So the Chancellor has delivered his autumn statement. A couple of positive things and many, many challenges. First, the positive things. Minimum wage is going up, which I think is helpful and necessary. Secondly, he's made permanent the capital allowance for new investment against corporation tax. That's a good move and could increase business investment by $3 billion a year, should help British productivity going forward. But the speech was littered with the usual disappointments. He claimed at one point to have reduced debt. That's plainly false. He also claimed that the Tories were not the party of high immigration and low domestic training. They clearly are. Of the specific measures, we saw 50 million for apprenticeships. That's helpful, but it's not of a scale that can make a huge difference. Benefits are to rise by 6.5% in line with inflation. Again, that'll be quite welcome. But interestingly, he was going backwards on a few things. So housing benefit is going up. That'll be very helpful for the people that receive it. But there's nothing on new activity to increase the supply side of housing, which again, if you're going to deal with the cause of the problem, you've got to look at that. You can't just deal with the symptom. I think the triple lock increase in pensions will be very popular, but that 8.5% jars with a broader aim to try and reduce debt. The OBR are projecting the British economy growing at 0.7% next year, and we could even slide into recession. Currently, we're paying over 100 billion in debt interest alone a year. If you're going to deal with the debt, you've got to take some hard decisions, and the triple lock is not the right one, I'm afraid, although it will be popular. The interesting thing, I thought, was on national insurance. They've reducing that from 12% to 10%. And not just the fact that they're doing it, I think the interesting thing is the timing. Why? Because that increase, that increase to people's wages effectively, will come in January, and it'll affect 26 million people. Very helpful at this time. And it's interesting, does that make a May election more likely or less likely? I think probably more likely. So all in all, an interesting day for the economy and for observers, but there's nothing here apart from those two measures that I outlined that can make us particularly optimistic, I'm afraid.